So here's the bolts. They used the wrong. They cut the spacer out for a 1/2 inch bolt, and they counterbored it there to hold the head on the outside. And then when you put in the motor, you only got 800 hanging out the bottom down here, and we got 150 here. So we're giving up some power, some holding power. All right, that's the right one. Got some fancy chrome valve springs. You know what that means, don't you? It means they got the racing good ones on there.
Are those kibble?
Nope. Well, he might sell them, but that's not who made them.
Yellow. What? Yes. Alright, I'll leave here. Just tell me when it's done. I'm not far. Where you at, Tatro?
Alright, so we're going to... Are you putting these on right now, or what are we doing?
Yeah, nice mock-up. I won't...
Well, are we going to put them on for real, or are we going to... Because I put silver paint on those gaskets before I put them on. I don't give a shit what...
never put...
I don't give a shit what they claim. That's what I do.
Well, let's silver paint them.
Well, you got to do it after. If you're going to put them together for real, you do it. But if you're not putting it together for real, then you don't do it right.
I could put it... I mean, there's nothing stopping me from putting it together for real.
Well, I don't know what else we got going on, or what if we got to do some mock-up check on the top end. So, how are they going to be going?
I did want to try to do the... Well, no, there's no point in doing a mock-up. It's...
You can't, the head gaskets are going to be up in the air a little bit because you're not compressing them until you torque them, but it's a matter what you want to do.
Because the only other mock-up, the only thing I have to do, I've never used that square port stuff yet, so I want to see how that works. But the only way I'm going to be able to find out is to actually have the heads on.
And it has to be torqued because the head's going to be up in the air unless you torque it. So yeah, when you see the rim polished valve springs, you know you got good springs. Those are PSI springs. Those are good ones. So using my race bike 25 years ago. Oh, we're 30 years ago, excuse me. I've only had 2 sets in 30 years on my bike.
We're not going to need paint. We're torquing these things down to 100 freaking foot-pounds of torque. Ain't nothing paint going to stop.
I don't know about that 100 foot-pounds thing.
Well, 75 foot-pounds of torque.
You could go that much probably, but I don't know about 100. But you don't got much holding power. You only got 800. You only have 800 threaded bolts, 800 through, but there's 100 thou missing on the other side. You only got 700 actual working power. So I don't know about pulling that far. I think 75 is fine, but see on the Harley I pull these things down to 75 all day long, but they got almost an inch of thread in the damn thing. They're about 900 in the thread in the case. You gotta be careful what you're doing. Look at that, it's noisy. Okay, he's jumping ahead a little bit here, but so I went and got a 1/2 inch longer bolt here. And it only stuck through here an 1/8 inch further than what I got, but this bolt here, it's buried up in that hole a long ways up in there. It's buried up in there because the bolts are too short. And they're using the same 1/2 inch spacer adapter here, but they cut it out for the head to get the Allen to go in deeper, so they can buy a cheap ass Allen bolt because they couldn't get a correct length bolt. So this one here is what you should be running. So anyway, I would run this kind of a bolt here, and like I said, you get a 3 3/4 length. This is a 4 inch. 3 3/4 would be up inside the hole about 1/8 of an inch. The cord, this one here sticks out about 1/8 of an inch. So get the correct hardware. These stupid Allens are stupid. You cannot torque an Allen like you can a 12 point. Not even close. So, but anyway, he wants to use what they sent him. So you got some adapter plates there?
No, I never. Oh, there we go.
They have an O-ring seal, don't
Fuse,
they?
yeah.
They got 2 O-rings per plate?
Yeah, it's one to seal the inner diameter and then one to send.
One on the flange. Yeah. Double seal on it. Fancy. So put a little bit of grease or oil in the groove, it'll help hold the O-ring down.
Yeah. And it'll give it a better seal.
And also, if you give a little bit of lube on the inner O-ring, it won't tear as you put it on. It'll keep it straight. So I would lube these up a little bit, some goop. Some magic goop. So what size bore is this? A 70 or something?
70.
Same as that twin cam when I get upstairs. Except you have a lot bigger port through this one, where it matters. Looks like it lines up halfway decent from what you can see, but I'm not sure what length I'm going to be going this way. Yeah, they don't line up very well.
Which sides? These are 4.
You know, I would bolt the motor together. You know, bolt this intake on before you tighten your heads up and let it line itself. Because right now this one's more this way than the other one is.
Got it.
Just like I do on all the Harley motors. Did all front and rear on that? Well, the slot should be on the bottom. So you're already backwards.
That's what I thought, but the slot on this end, it
Reverse
doesn't
it.
really.
You gotta put it on the other side.
No. It doesn't add up.
What do you put on the other one? I want to go that way. See, it adds up just fine to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you have it backwards.
So, let's see.
Bolt on.
So on that end.
Pull this one off.
Alright.
You better push them all the way on. They should hold themselves on. Let me see it.
Well, that seal. Oh, maybe it goes on top of the seal.
The O-ring is really thick.
Oh.
It's a thick O-ring. Let's do a chamfer the edge of the manifold slightly.
One is a, one of the O-rings was skinny.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, the fat one's on the inside. Let's put a little chamfer in the manifold. It's a little bit too sharp of an edge.
Got it.
Yeah.
It's on.
Well, how you peel it up? Is that peel? No, it's on. Okay.
So yeah,
Just tight.
The grease was a good idea.
Well, you definitely need it because it would not have gone on if you didn't do that. You just squeeze it in there. If you take out a little screwdriver and you kind of lightly push on the O-ring, it'll help too to get it in there. But me, I'd put a little bit more of a chamfer on the corner to help it compress, not tear it. Kind of roll it around as you go. There you go.
Wow.
Just be like putting on boots back in the old day. Go from underneath. There you go. Fit that one?
No, gonna have to loosen the heads up.
This one? Almost. Yeah, just not quite gonna be enough. They have that instruction to have the head off to put the manifold on. You just quite won't do it. Close. Just not quite enough. No, it's going to take more than that. Just pull the head bolt off. You have to lift up and create some of this, get that in there. And this is even worse this direction. Yeah, you better make sure you got a good O-ring seal before you put the motor together.
Or have a high idle.
Yeah. You'll be helping on without. How's that bound up there? Gasket. The gasket pull out. Oh, pull up the head all the way.
Oh, there we go.
No, you're not. Get in there. Okay, hold on. Okay, now you bring it down. Get the head bolts out of the way. Yeah, 3-man job. There you go. Nothing to it. So what's the sensor down here for? What, a knock sensor?
Head temp.
That's where they put the temp sets. Buried back behind the push rods. Good.
And it's crazy because they only have one head temp sensor.
Well, we don't care about both heads. Only one gets hot, not both. So you got 12 points on those. You got Allen's.
Well, it's Allen.
Those are special Allen bolts, aren't they? Over here.
Right here.
No, over here. Get the small one. Way in the back. Does it fit in there?
Nope. So maybe this one.
Those are fun to do on the underneath the gas tank, wasn't it? Nothing like having a race motor you can't work on.
This is a pain.
That would not happen on my bike. I'd modify something to make it work better. Again, my bike has to be able to come apart quick because I blow it up too much.
Yeah.
I lean on my equipment very hard.
Wow. So, if you mill the heads down, we're going to have to loosen the heads up again. If you mill the heads down a few thou, this intake does not line up correctly. It's slightly off, and there's nothing you can do about it.
You can shorten it. You have to shorten the manifold to lower the heads in it. That's assuming it lines up now, which I don't know. And you don't have the head gasket compressed yet because you haven't put it in for real yet. You need to lubricate those head bolts with some oil before you torque them in. If it doesn't line up this way, you gotta loosen up the base nuts and do the same thing.
There we go. Now it's lining
Let everything
up.
kind of do what it's gotta do to line up. Oh, it's tomorrow now.
It's 12.
I'm getting an early start on the day now. See, I do get up early.
There.
Midnight, we work.
See how it went in like butter now?
Yeah, amazing how things line up. But now the other one's got to line up too.
Piece of cake.
Yeah. It's because the motor's on the bench still. You get these other ones in before you go too far.
The other ones are so these are the only ones that come with the kit because you can't run the stock ones.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have the back factory ones.
Do you
right
have
now.
12 points to go in there or something? Or Allen's?
They're usually Allen's, but I don't have them.
See, that's the one that works better if you have a hex head or a 12 point. We can put a wrench on it because it's right here. We can get to
Yeah.
it. Allen's kind of a pain in the ass. These up here work good as being Allen's, but down here it works better being the factory hex head. But you got some 12 points floating around, don't you? 5/16. 3/4 long. 'Cause that's what you're gonna need.
Not five. I don't have any 5/16. I don't think.
That's what's needed to do that right.
That's right position.
Don't go torquing too much with that Allen, you can break it. I remember I used to be able to get back in here. I got a fan up my butt. Yeah. My foot back. Let's see which door are we going into? That looks like the right one. Yep, there we go. What length do you need?
They're pretty short.
Pretty dirty. Is this the right length? We need shorter.
No, that's the way. See? Yeah, that's perfect, actually.
Because I got shorter ones, so see if that one fits. Those are 7/8, I think. About 3/4. It says 3/4. No, that's the other one. I gave you the tall one. 7/8. These need to have oil on though, because these are just chrome and like to gall up. I don't know if you can stand these other chrome.
Hmm?
These are chrome though, they're not crappy ass black ones. Let's see, what number is that damn thing? 29. I doubt if I have any black ones. Over here, weird stuff like that. Grade 8, everything. Most grade 8 stuff is aircraft is not. And of course, it's fine thread everything usually. So here's a hex. Will this work?
No.
That's a grade 8 hex.
These are what we're going to end up needing.
Is that length too long though? Or do you need 3/4 like
no,
this?
It goes all the way through. This length is, I'm pretty certain, good. Because there's the thick.
Okay.
The issue that I'm running into now is not that length. Let's see if I can loosen this.
How'd they get through this pile? Very careful, that's how you do it. Gotta be flexible.
Okay, there we go.
What, it had to be lined up perfect?
Perfectly.
Put some oil on the threads. They like to gall. I'm telling you, they like to gall. put oil on them.
Oh.
It's gardener scuff. They like to gull up. They got a lot of chrome on them, so just get some lube on them though, because you probably have to force them in a little bit. A lot of times you do. They're not nice and slimy like black bolts are.
They don't leave you much room here.
That's why it's slotted. You're supposed to put it in first. No.
That would have proved impossible. And just our luck, it's the 12 point that you don't have the freaking.
Well, I got a wrench. I don't have a 12. I got a wrench. Is that the one?
It is the one.
If that helps you a little better, maybe, because the offset might help you. I make a low offset and a high offset on those wrenches on double in boxes. That's the high offset. And that helps clear the fins and not hit the other. See, it's pretty on there tight.
No, it's really loose.
Oh, just long-winded.
Well, we haven't bottomed out yet. That's a good thing.
Yeah, they use 3/4 a lot, but they don't have a lot of threads, so you strip them when you torque them too much. And the 7/8, they're the other way. You got to spend a lot of time putting them in. And a lot of Harley heads, they bottom out the last couple of threads because they're too short.
Gotta make sure before I tighten it.
Yeah, this one you're gonna have to move it down a long ways. So you might have to loosen up the other one a little bit or something to get it down lower. Pull on the manifold, whatever you gotta do.
There we go. It's in.
Barely, but it's going. As long as it's going straight, not crossing it. It looks like it's going straight. There it goes. It's centered out. See how it's centered? Don't tighten this full up because you got to pull these heads down yet.
Oh, you're right.
At least just pull them down until they touch, but don't, you know, just a couple foot-pounds on them so they can just hold it where it needs to be. Because everything's going to have to go together. Looks like when you torque it, though, you're going to have to put lube on the bolts. You don't want to be running dry like that. How's the alignment look?
It's actually pretty darn good on this side. I can't see.
Well, can't quite put my fingers in there to feel it all the way around, but
Let's see.
your fingers long enough to get in there at all or not? It's pretty far out. Yeah, can't reach either. Oh, I know how to tell. Shit. Dumbass. Quit being a dumbass.